Tart with Meg and Sam Jones. I'm Sam.
You really poke your head out there when you say that, like you're doing
Oh,
a
look, you
cheer.
can see my kitty.
Aw, a feature from Momo. Aren't we all
Oh,
lucky?
sweet baby.
He is sweet baby.
Okay, I'm Sam Jones, and you
And
are.
I'm Meg Jones, and this is again, Let's Pop This Tart. Sorry, it's been a while, but my sister's knocked up and my life's crazy because, army life. I'm dating someone in the army, just insane in the midbrain. And Sam, is always tired. She slept
I
through
am
her
always
alarm.
tired. I
Look at
slept through my alarm.
our
I
life is,
slept for 12 hours over the weekend. Like one night, I went to bed and then I woke up at 12 p.m.
but I gotta say, you are glowing, like for real.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's the
Um,
burrito I ate for dinner.
Ba-bomb. Also, our lives are kind of like this hair. I don't know. Just if this is all you watch, if you watch the YouTube, I can understand everyone because it's annoying. But this week's Jones and for some Deets should make my mom happy because as I was just telling Sam, she called a little salty that we don't tell enough stories that include her on Jones and for some Deets. So this week should make it happy because Sam, do you want to kind of tell what we're going to be talking about?
I don't remember much of it, but basically, we took a trip to Cape Cod once and we stayed on the Kennedy Estate or something. What?
No, no, you're getting ahead of yourself. This is typical Sam, especially with pregnancy brain. Okay, first of all, we went to Boston to see mom with my best friend Amy and Sam, and we went out to stay on the Cape, and it was down the road from the Kennedy compound. But during the day, instead of just hanging out on the Cape, we took a boat ride to Nantucket, remember?
Oh, yes, we went to Nantucket, and that's where I met one of the many assholes I wasted my time on before I met my husband.
All right,
So,
so go ahead and tell the people about this meet cute.
oh, yeah. So we were on a boat, and I met this guy named Max on the boat, and he seemed really nice, and everything was great. We went on a couple of dates. I didn't give him the milk, and he pretty much dumped me for that. And I found out he went oyster hunting and shucking with some other bitch pretty
Okay,
soon after.
but before all of that, once again, my mom just like invited him to come back. My mom invited him to come back to where we were staying on the Cape. And Amy and me were just there for a good time. So we were just seniors, just got out of high school. And when we got back to the Cape Cod house, my mom's friend, good old Johnny O, brought
Mhm.
seafood. It was his house, actually. He brought seafood and cooked. And then after that, he told us that he wanted to take us out to the bar. This whole time, this Max guy's there. And I just am so confused as to why my mom invited him back. I really am. But also, Johnny O is like, no, it won't be a problem. I'm going to get you girls into the bar because me and Amy are underage. And he's just like, I'm the king of the Cape. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can't do accents. I try like Anthony, but I can't.
No, it was pretty good. It was a Boston accent. He may have been in the mob. We don't know. He never
He,
would tell us his profession,
true,
and he was
true.
very well off. So, like,
Facts.
what's that tell you?
Facts. But then remember he made that Max kid drive to the bar?
Yes. Oh, that was
Where
a train wreck.
oh my hair. 1 minute, I gotta adjust my headphones.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's a mess. Yeah, so he made this Max kid drive to the bar and then was super opinionated about his parking. I remember he was like, just super opinionated with it. So sure enough, we get to this bar and me and Amy just walk right in with Johnny O. Like he's with like, though with me. And we walk right in. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. And he's like,
Oh.
then he looks at us and he goes,
Mhm.
I gave the bar my debit card. Get whatever you want. And Amy, like,
Yeah.
that was like a drug to her, like a hard drug. My best friend Amy is literally an angel from the Lord. Very good girl, like our little square, but we love her that way. But that like gave her a natural high. She just started going up to the bar, ordering stuff, trying to order pizza from the waitress, was pissed that we couldn't get pizza. What do you remember from this point?
I just remember those guys that were flirting with you guys.
See, I
right?
don't even remember that.
There were some broskies there, some real bro looking dudes that were like college guys. You don't remember that? They had
They said they were probably,
polos on and
oh,
stuff.
so they were douchebags.
We got in a fight because I'm pretty sure they were making fun of Missouri or something, and I got a case of the ass, which I do a lot when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
You
So
don't
they were,
remember that?
no, I mean, I was young getting drunk. I
And
remember,
then
oh,
Max talked about how they acted like that because they were rich people from the Cape and that their parents didn't take care of them, only nannies. And that's why they acted that way.
well, we know people from Missouri like that. So,
Ba-bum. That's right.
gosh, your mom joke's already on point. You're going to embarrass your kid from the start. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I remember a lot of long bathroom breaks.
I
With
don't
a lot
know.
of talking. But I know at one point at the bar there was a cigar shop. This is gonna wrap up soon. I hear Momo. And the guy
That's
working at the
not Momo.
it's Saka,
That's
sorry.
the other one.
So the guy at the cigar shop, do you remember this? He was sleeping and I went in there and I said, "Hey, wake up." And I clapped and woke him up. It
Why was
was
he sleeping?
I don't know. It was a wild night. We didn't leave that bar till close. And then we got back to the house at Cape Cod. Poor Amy was puking up lobster in the flippin' yard. FYI, Johnny O made her clean it up the next morning. And what was I doing? This is where Sam really takes over and finishes up the story because this is one of her biggest stories she likes to tell of how she was being such a great sister, which she was, but go ahead.
Maggie basically wanted to reenact that scene from Jaws where the girl skinny dips in the ocean and she proceeded to run to the ocean and try and jump in, and I had to sprint and tackle her down because I didn't want her to die. You're not supposed to get in the ocean in the dark because you can get lost. You don't know which way's up.
It was like a private beach for that house. So if I was going to skinny dip in the ocean, that was the night to do it.
Yeah, but you also would have died. So
Okay.
I ran, I tackled you, and that's pretty much where our story ends.
That is. We woke up the next morning so hungover. And I got to say, this whole time, my mom was there and she was just watching in disbelief, smiling, couldn't believe that her guy friend was like just thinking it was great. Like we were great. I think it was one of my mom's proudest moments of me, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, and Johnny O was also smoking them J's. Remember? We weren't,
I was
but he
wasted.
was. Oh, well, he was, and he offended mom by doing that. So.
And then the next morning, hey, this lobster in the yard, it needs to be cleaned up. And mom went and got Amy and was like, hey, Amy, you need to clean up your puke. And Amy was like, oh, fuck, Shelly.
And then he snuck us onto the Kennedy compound.
Oh, yeah. And we swam in the water. And my mom was giggling the whole time because honestly, I didn't want to wash my body for that. We swam in the same water that JFK did, like the same beach of his house. He snuck us over the gate to the Kennedy compound. My mom, real MVP for that. Shout out to Shell Bear.
Shout out. We took a picture. There's photographic evidence.
There is. You're probably going to see it on the Let's Pop This Tart Instagram. Plug for you.
Nice. Yeah. Nice little plug.
All right. So there's a rant that kind of ties up the Jones in for some deets, but there's a rant I've been waiting about to hear from you for weeks. So the time is here. Please tell me the Taco Bell rant.
Okay. So here we go. So as you guys know, I am pregnant, and when you're pregnant,
people don't know that.
People do know.
Okay.
When you're pregnant, and also when you're not pregnant, you have cravings. And I had a craving for Taco Bell's their fries. They're called Fiesta fries, I think.
No, the Fiesta potatoes, right?
Well, yeah, but they didn't have the Fiesta potatoes yet. So it was some kind of fry, like a fry platter. They're fries, and there's nacho cheese and sour cream and those little tiny tomatoes that I love. So basically what happened is I was on the way home from the doctor's appointment and I stopped at this T-Bell, and I was like car number 6. It was 4:30. It was before 4:30. It was like 3:30. I was car number 6. And I'm like so excited to get these fries. And then this broad comes outside and basically waves me down and goes, "We're closed. And this is the last car, the car in front of me."
Oh my gosh.
She basically told me I had to leave. Okay. And so I was pretty pissed, but it was okay because I just went to Chili's and got the fries that I wanted from Chili's, not the fries from Taco Bell, but they did okay. So then the next day, I had to go in for work. And on my way home from work, I thought, "Oh my gosh, it's Friday night. Taco Bell's going to be open late tonight because it's Friday night." So then again, I got in a line of cars, and I'll be honest, the line of cars was really long. I waited in line for like 20 minutes, got up to the intercom, like was this close to ordering, this close. And this woman comes out again and says, "Sorry, we're closed, we're understaffed, and I can't take any more orders." I'm like, "I'm right here." And she
Oh
was like, "I
my
know, I'm
gosh.
sorry." And I said, "This just sucks because I'm pregnant and I've been craving these fries." And she was like, "I know, I understand. It's got to be really frustrating." And I was like, "Okay." And I drove away. And then I emailed a complaint to corporate, and I'm still
Oh,
waiting to hear back from them.
do you think they really give a fuck?
It was Brunel's idea.
Okay, well, you throw him out there. It was his idea. I gotta tell you, I'm surprised you didn't break down in tears with her. Good Lord, my hair.
It wasn't that serious for tears. It was just, well, the next day Anthony went into work and he stopped at a different Taco Bell on his way home. And I did get those fries. Actually, I got 3 sets of them and I was able to eat them twice on Saturday and once on Sunday.
Wow,
Anthony for the win.
that baby really likes fast food.
Yeah. Junior bacon
Jeez.
cheeseburgers are the bomb.
I bet that like Taco Bell incident has made it where everything else that goes wrong seems fine because it's not as bad as what happened in Taco Bell that day, 2 days.
It's very true. It was a true slap in the face, it felt like.
You're scarred.
I am scarred. I'm probably never going to go to that Taco Bell again.
Oh, wow. The only thing I can rant about is how crazy our friends' personal lives, like my boyfriend, personal
Yeah.
lives. Yeah, my boyfriend's friends, whoo, can really give you guys stress. So I recommend just meditation. It's been a lot for me lately. I also can rant about the fact that McDonald's way overput mayo on both my McChickens when I hadn't had them for a good 3 months. The amount of mayo was disturbing. It was a disturbing amount.
That's upsetting because on that junior bacon cheeseburger that I eat like a couple times a week, they put the perfect amount of mayo on those and I'm loving it.
Dude,
Loving it.
we're probably going to get emails of people telling you like, hey, you need to eat. Like, good thing you don't check the email because
Okay, well,
really
just
sounds. She has her morning smoothie. Okay, guys,
yeah,
like she
I
has
have
her morning smoothie.
I've been taking prenatal vitamins since before I even got pregnant. Like about a year before I got pregnant, I started taking prenatal vitamins, number 1. And number 2, I get my fruit and vegetables in with my morning smoothie and I try to have a salad throughout the day. Okay?
Okay, I mean, we're gonna have to name this hair. That's for sure. It's nuts. All right,
It's
are
a
you
baby
ready?
hair.
That's not a baby hair. That's
I get them
that.
too.
No, that hair was long. It's curled like that because it used to be long. That's breakage for me having COVID. I'm not gonna get into it right now.
I
So.
have cat hair in my mouth.
Okay. Are you ready to get into The Bachelor and Real Housewives of Dallas?
Lord. Well, I guess. I mean, ooh, is everything okay? Little winky butt going up the stairs.
I don't know. My door's knocking. 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay. Pause.
Oh, okay. I mean, I might have to show the kitty cat. Mama, come here and see the people. Look at you. Look at this baby in all her glory.
I mean, I'm coming back. Oh, you're. You're telling the fans.
Yeah, I'm showing them Momo. She's the best kitty that there ever was.
That is for sure. I need to kind of see what the time is. Okay, I don't know.
What a
All
sweet
right.
girl. Okay, there she goes.
I wish I knew how long I've
Sorry.
been recording so I could. It's fine. Maybe we'll just show that with Momo. She's literally a star. A star,
Yeah,
everyone.
she is a star. She's a queen, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. I might sneeze.
Well, it happens.
Woo!
Bless you. Bless you. Salud.
All right.
Okay.
Are we ready? What do you want to start with? Because during The Bachelor, everyone, we're not going to be able to go over 2 shows in an episode. We're going to have to do a lot of it this episode of The Bachelor, and then a little bit of other shows. That was an animal. Hopefully it was Winky. Oh, that was in your screen. I thought it was. I'm nuts.
Yeah, it was Momo. Listen, let's just start with The Bachelor so I can get the anxiety part of it over with.
Get it off your chest. So we haven't talked about The Bachelor since the season premiere. And I feel like the next 2 episodes literally have 2 different separate, like, not villains, but crazy ass bitches at the time. First episode, Victoria, all the way. Second episode, a little bit Victoria, mostly Sarah. Opinions.
Okay. So this really just gets me going. Like, The Bachelor, I haven't watched until this season, and it literally gives me anxiety. It is
You're
very
also
hard.
pregnant, though.
Yes, but it's very hard not to watch The Bachelor with wine. Like, I get why the winos watch The Bachelor, because you need it to get through those episodes. So, in episode 2, we had 2 personal dates or whatever, right? We had the personal date with Bree, who is okay,
but
she's all right.
Okay, Bree fell off the 4-wheeler with Matt James, and they totally had her reshoot the part where the camera blacks and then it shows them like laying together cuddle. That's not how they ended up. They like totally, that was a staged cuddle after the 4-wheeler fall. That's the truth.
Well, what was nice about the 4-wheeler fall though was that Matt James was so worried about her and like worried about what her mom would think, and I thought that was so cute.
He is so fucking hot. It's so hard not to just talk about that. Everyone follow him, follow Tyler Cameron, follow all of Tyler Cameron's friends, because the way Matt James can move his goddamn body is so sexy.
Oh my gosh. It is so very, very hot. But listen, so not only did we have so him and Bree went 4-wheeling, or they went mudding, which I don't know why. That's not romantic in any way, in my opinion.
I think I like it. I thought it was a good date. Then they went hot tubbing, Sam. That's hot. Sorry.
Okay, but what happened before they got in the hot tub was that Matt James took his shirt off and took an axe and broke some wood. I was, oh my goodness. It was hot in here, y'all. It was hot.
I'm literally turning red right now and sweating. He is like such a fine specimen. I can't even get over it.
And then they got in the hot tub and they had dinner that night, and they always have like intimate talk or whatever at dinner. I don't really remember what they talked about.
Well, you do. So with Bree and him, you mean, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bree and him.
They talked about how her mom's 13. Gorgeous. I found a picture on Bree's Instagram. She's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, her mom was really young, and she was just mainly raised by her mom. That's true. All right, I forgot. And then they had a group date, and the group date was bananas. All right, they had a bunch of bitches on this group date, and the first thing that they had these girls do is try on wedding dresses and take like wedding photos with Matt James.
So does that make you uncomfortable? Like, if you were on a dating show, would you want to try on a wedding dress and do you get what I mean? Like, does it make you uncomfortable?
After watching this, I don't think I could ever be on a dating show. I would have been trying to get on The Real World or something. This Bachelor stuff, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
So they tried on wedding dresses and took pictures, and of course Victoria was there, and she put on a crown and acted like a psycho. Let's see, who else was there? I gotta bring up my notes. Who else was there besides Victoria?
Rachel was there. The North Carolina girl was there, not MJ, but The one that got the rose at the group date. You know who I'm talking about? Do you remember her name? I don't want to like mispronounce or say the wrong name.
Callie, right?
Yeah, Callie.
Kaili. Yeah,
She
Callie.
got the rose at the group date.
Yeah, okay. So they were on the group date. They were trying on dresses, and then at one point they got disturbed or something. Like they stopped doing the dress thing and taking pictures, and they took these girls in their dresses and all out into the woods, and they had a paint fight.
No, it was like capture the flag with paint.
It was
Which I would
capture
have
the flag with
fucking
paint.
rocked. I would have
I
rocked.
would have rocked that. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
wanted to participate. Actually, it was right then where I was like, this isn't for me. I would have never done this.
You would have just sat behind the tree.
It's not my thing. So, and these broads were really getting into it. They were very serious about the task at hand because whoever won, they put them into 2 teams, and whoever won got to like finish the date off with Matt James. All right. So, oh gosh.
So
I'm
then,
worried that I'm
no, on the group date,
Mhm.
nothing really big happens on the group date besides the fact that Victoria is on the group date and she ends up mad that she doesn't get the group date rose. And what's her name again? Sorry.
Callie.
When she gets the rose, Victoria goes, "Well, what did you guys talk about? It must be pretty deep if you got the rose."
Yeah. You know, Victoria was looking rough. I don't like to be a woman hater, but she looked like she hadn't had sleep since she got there. Like her bags
was
under her
bad.
eyes make my bags look like not bags. It was not good.
My bags are
And
equally like Victoria, so no hate, honey, if you ever listen to this. I get it, but I have to say, the girls must really not like you because that some of the dresses she wore, terrible. Like if I saw a girl wearing that, I'd say you need to change.
you can be nice to her if you want to. I think she's delusional, and they probably told her the dresses weren't cute, and she didn't listen to them. Okay.
Okay. So the second date was with Sarah, who honestly I thought the date went great. So the second episode that we're going over, she really fucking threw me for a hammer. So
Yeah, the date was really cute. They took a plane ride, which is also something I wouldn't have done. That looked scary as hell. It is romantic, but it looked very scary. So they're on the plane ride, and then after the plane ride, did they have a little picnic or anything after the plane ride, or did they? I think they went and sat by a fire and had like wine by the fire. And that's when he was asking her questions, and she was
and she was
being
being
kind
very
of
shut off. And then
mhm.
at dinner, she opens up about how her dad has ALS, and she takes care of him. The date was honestly perfect. Then there's fireworks. The date was perfect. Then I think we can bridge over to the next episode. Besides the fact that Victoria was just so at the end of this episode is when Sarah almost passes out, right? Or no?
Yeah, that's because Victoria started a bunch of shit, and she was like starting girl drama with, I think Marianne was her name. Marianne, maybe?
Yes.
So she was starting girl drama with Marianne, and essentially she went in to sit next to Matt James and straight up lied to his face and was like, Marianne is toxic and she bullies me, and I had to sleep on the couch last night.
But Matt
And
James needs to not be so nice because he believed her. That's that.
We saw what happened because when Sarah and Matt James were on the date, Victoria was having a freaking meltdown, and she was like, "Ugh, I'm so jealous. I'm just so mad by this." And Marianne was just like, "We're all like annoyed by it, but you just have to like make the best of the situation or something." She wasn't being rude at all. And Victoria said, "I hate this girl power bullshit." I wrote that down because I was like, "Okay, bitch." So basically, at the rose ceremony, she started a bunch of shit
And
and
Matt
made Matt
believed
believe
her.
that she was a victim. And why he believed her when she looked like she hadn't had sleep, had been on like some kind of drug binge for 5 days, is beyond me. So then while they're at while they're at the rose ceremony,
The drug ceremony. Why they're at the drug ceremony?
while they're at the rose ceremony, he's handing out the roses. And then Sarah, before all of this, the girls are like upset to see the drama that happens because then Matt grabs Marianne and is talking to her like, I don't know. He was sort of making it seem like it was her fault. And she basically was like, Victoria's a liar. And then Marianne was crying, and it was this whole thing. All the ladies were on Marianne's side. So in one of Sarah's confessionals, she said something that made a lot of sense to me. And she said, if Matt keeps Victoria around, I'm going to have a hard time like having feelings for him, which I get because she's freaking crazy.
Yeah. Well,
so then at the rose ceremony, Sarah, I guess, passes out.
Apparently passes out. But the long story short is, like, she doesn't go to the ER. She comes back to the rose ceremony, and sure enough, Victoria stays, and
and Marianne gets kicked to the curb. Which is...
And then, but the second episode picks up before the rose ceremony is even over. Like, it was a to be continued episode.
So when we open on the third episode, they're finishing up the rose ceremony.
And wow, this third episode takes a fucking turn. I mean, that Sarah girl, I really thought she was going to be top 3 or something. I really liked her. We might disagree on this, but I thought she acted fucking loony from start to finish of that episode.
I think she was just feeling really vulnerable, and like, since she was away from her family, she was feeling, I guess, some type of way. Okay, so what set her off, so we can tell the people, was that one of the group dates, or the group date in this episode, one of them? There's 2 group dates in this episode.
Yeah, but
I thought there were 2. Did we only see one? All right, there was a group date, and at this group date, they did something that made me feel very uncomfortable, and that's they wrote like dirty love stories for Matt, and then they told them to all the ladies and Matt on stage, and it was gross. And we can be honest.
You need to listen to Katie and be more open with that, because it's not that gross. Like, Katie, shout out. She'd be my best friend. Like, she's the best. I love her. Has so many standout moments in this episode.
Okay, it wasn't all gross, but Victoria was gross. She grossed me out, okay?
You just don't like Victoria.
She makes everything extra. Does anybody like her? I don't think so.
No, but I also don't want to, like, piss off people.
Okay. All right, fine, whatever. It was wonderful listening to these women write these stories.
Boy, the sarcasm, you're good at that. But it basically made Sarah jealous. We got to start speeding up our Bachelor stuff, or people are just going to think they're seeing the whole episode. It made Sarah jealous. It made her go cuckoo.
Yeah, she got really jealous and kind of lost it a little bit.
No, not a little bit. She really lost it. From then on out, she literally interrupted any date, anything. Because after that, the girls that wrote stuff got to go on a cocktail party with Matt, and the girls that were there in the audience who weren't on the group date had to go home. She ended up coming there to talk to Matt, knowing there was going to be another group date for her to have time with Matt. She ended up coming there to talk to Matt and broke up time with Katie. And Katie is just such a girl's girl. I fucking love her. Like, I really do. And
I love her
cat
too,
girl, as we found out. And she sticks up for herself, but this literally causes all the girls to not like Sarah at all. So did you think they were bullying after the group date? Because it ruins like so much time with people getting time with Matt, and Sarah pretty much doesn't leave her room. She doesn't leave her room. So do you think the girls, the way when she did leave her room, they spoke to her and everything, do you think they were bullying?
I do think they were bullying a little bit, but they're also pissed, and they had that whole mob mentality because they were all pissed. But to be honest, it was very overstimulating for me, and that episode really stressed me out. So I was just doing a lot of deep breathing to get through it. Like, it was very stressful because I really wanted Sarah to succeed, you know? And she just kept doing all the wrong things. But Matt wasn't any help. He was enabling her and making it worse for her by going up to her room and giving her snuggles before he went on that one-on-one date with the young one.
And that was a great date. But this whole episode really is about the fact that Sarah, I mean, she literally goes home. That doesn't spoil anything because everyone should see that coming, or should have seen the episode. She goes home because the girls tell them how, I mean, they take it too far. That Kit girl literally says her life would be horrible in that house. So
yeah, well, Kit, I'm not a huge fan of either, but whatever.
And whatever. Opinionated mama over there, and Spencer,
There was a nice
Massachusetts.
moment between Katie and Sarah where they had, this part did make me cry because we learned that Katie had lost her father and didn't get to say bye to him. And Sarah was talking about her dad with the ALS and how they don't know when he's going to go.
But
And
once again, this is why Katie should be Bachelorette if she doesn't
Okay.
end up being Matt's pick, because she's awesome. Like, she literally came through for Sarah. That's the only reason Sarah,
awesome.
like, anyone felt for Sarah that episode. You get what I mean? And she just didn't seem crazy.
But it was still just all too much for me. It was a lot. And
Did
I
you
was
bawl?
exhausted. Yeah, I cried during that part. I've been going through a lot. There's a lot going on in Atlanta too. I'll try and throw it in there in a bit. But anyways, a lot happening in the reality TV universe.
That's for sure. We don't like any sad stuff with dads over here at Let's Pop This Tart. So,
or moms for that matter.
Yes, or moms. Mama Bear Shell. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So that episode pretty much ends with Sarah leaving. Hey, bye-bye. See you go.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that maybe she'll change her mind and come right on back because they don't really.
We're calling that a guess, huh? We're calling that a theory? All right. I'll hold you to it. How about Dallas?
Okay, I'm loving Dallas. I love Dallas. I love those girls. I think, okay, so we haven't talked about episode 1 yet.
We haven't talked about any of Dallas, no.
Okay, so in episode 1, I loved Cameron. She got a new dog.
So blonde.
She lost Louie, which I really understood everything with Louie. That was very sad. Mm-hmm. She had him for a long time. And she now has a little Pomeranian named
Fancy.
And Fancy is a very spoiled puppy, and Cameron is a crazy dog lady, and that's just all there is to it.
Cameron's blonde moments make me so much happier on my bad days.
Yeah, we still need to share my comparison to, I think that Cameron and Lala from Vanderpump Rules are like alter egos of each other. Like if Lala was more ditzy and less rough around the edges, a lot of her commentary would be similar to Cameron's, in my opinion. They remind me of each other in a way. I don't know if anyone else is going to get it.
I mean, I hope people get it. I kind of get what you mean. They're very cute like each other. And honestly, Cameron doesn't take any shit.
Yeah, she doesn't take any shit, but how she comes at people isn't, you're trying to get popped like how Lala comes at people. But I think she says that in a Valley Girl way.
Yeah, I think like the little inside out people in her are acting like that, but then like the Valley Girl inside out person in her is like, calm down, don't be as angry, come out with it sounding sorority girl, like funny, blonde. But what do you think of the new Dallas girl?
Well, the first episode was rough for me, and then I started to like her a little bit more in the second episode.
I didn't like how she pushed
except for the chicken foot thing.
Yeah, that was.
And then I really liked her in episode 3 because she like wanted to get drunk, and I appreciated that.
Amen. Mamas deserve it. They really do. Do you like the new girl, Jen?
Oh, the redhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Jen.
All right. Well, we got to talk about the Gobblers.
Okay, let's talk quickly about the Gobblers.
First episode, we do have to also address how Brandy addressed her insensitive video with, what is the new housewife's name? I'm blanking. Is it Crystal?
No, let me look at
it. Right. Well, I really thought it was Crystal.
No, it is not Crystal. Season 5 cast. No, it's got to be season 6.
Tiffany. I had a brain fart. Okay, Brandy talks to Tiffany about her insensitive video. Do you think like Brandy did a good job? Do you think she got her heart out there? How do you think that went before we touch on the Gobblers?
I'm worried.
About what?
I'm worried that it's not Tiffany. They already had a Tiffany.
No, I know it's Tiffany Moon.
Tiffany Moon. Okay. All right. Sorry. They had Tiffany in season 1. I didn't want to have a mix up.
How'd you feel about it?
The talk they had?
Yes.
I thought Brandy did a good job. She's really taking ownership for her, bad judgment. And I've not really ever been in Tiffany's shoes, so I guess all things considered, she did a good job explaining herself.
And
we did meet her
just
parents.
Got to keep it up. Brandy's got to keep it up, and yeah, that was funny. But back to the Gobblers. We just had to touch on that. So pretty much Jen, the new redhead, because Brandy's a ginger too, they're talking about vaginas, and Dallas loves to talk about sex and vaginas. I've got to tell you, I think they do it just as much as Sonia Morgan from New York. And Jen pretty much talks about how TMI, but her lips are big. And Brandy's like, oh my God, that's a gobbler. Like that must be a redhead thing. And Brandy takes her into the pantry and they show each other their gobblers, their vaginas and their big lips, like swear to you guys. And I'm just over here thinking like, TMI, you guys, but maybe it is a redhead thing. Okay, that's all saying. I don't know what's going on, but that's weird that they had matching vaginas because honestly, the way they came out, they were freaking out about how much shit they looked alike.
Yeah, I mean, that's wild.
Yeah. I've never like asked another ginger to see that, but I'm telling you, between them two, they acted like they were separated at birth. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. So maybe we all look the same down there. Who knows?
So ladies, don't be nervous, redhead or not. Sam, we can stop talking about gobblers because it just makes you so uncomfortable.
No, I don't mind it. I just don't want to talk about mine.
I mean, yeah, Jen and Brandy's aren't ours, but they did say they were identical. They were like, we have identical gobblers.
By saying that all redheads have the same kind of gobbler and we have red hair.
I didn't see Brandy and Jen's. I don't know. I'm saying that's what they said. That is what they said.
All right. Well, that's what they said, everybody. So
I'm not telling anyone what anything looks like. I'm a very modest person, but Brandy and Jen said that about redheads, and they did say that,
and they showed each other everything. So
maybe I misworded. Sorry, I'm empathing my sister's pregnancy brain. I blame you.
Okay, it's okay. So the other thing we've got going on in Dallas is that Deandra is in the moment, like she's in the midst of a spiritual awakening. And she has a shaman.
And her and Carrie literally hate each other in my eyes. Like they are.
Yeah, they are not doing well. They went on a trunk show tour together and it didn't go well. You know what I was going to say about Carrie? When they were at Carrie's party, her 50th party, and the way she acts when they're partying, you know who's going to act like that out of my friend group when we're in our 50s? Dakota. Okay. That's exactly how Dakota's going to act when she turns 50. Carrie and Dakota
kind of remind me of each other. By the way, Jake thinks Carrie's daughters are like the older are gorgeous. So
she is gorgeous, but she's going through some shit. We saw it in this season on or next episode or something. But anyways, Deandra and Carrie are not getting along. I did think that Carrie was bullying Deandra a little bit during dim sum. Dim sum, by the way, is brunch, but for the Chinese brunch, right? Because Tiffany's Chinese, and they went to dim sum.
I don't think it's. Sorry, I was thinking about that.
No, it is. It is.
No, I don't think it's brunch. I think it's like a tapas meal. I think it's during brunch time, but it's more like tapas.
I'm looking this up.
You are on one tonight with Googling. But that is pretty much
What is the definition? Yeah, they had a big party for Carrie for her 50th birthday, and she like insisted on the thing that she wanted to do when she turned 50 was get schmammered and dance on a table. And I thought to myself, that's Dakota if I ever saw her. Like, bless her heart. I like to dance on tables too. I'm not hating.
Pretty much everyone should just give the new seasons of Dallas a try. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's
something
good. It's
else
funny.
That Carrie does is she pours liquor down the other girls' throats. You remember on my bachelorette party who was trying to pour liquor down our throats?
Yeah, Dakota. I mean, they're twins. I'll give it to you.
Okay. Well, that's the tea, as they say.
I have one more thing to say. Episode 3 had a big Travis moment, and Travis and Stephanie like crack me up. That's all. They crack me up.
I love them. And I liked how he was in confessionals. He's just too cute. And they brought up, like, I'm pretty sure they brought up sex stuff during their confessionals. Like, those two are always talking about sex. You know, they have a great love life. They have to.
So that's all I can think about. Like, thinking about it, I just smile. Everyone should give Dallas a chance. If you thought maybe not because of all the drama with Leanne, or if you've never even seen Housewives, watch Dallas. It's good. It's funny. It's got a lot of parts from the different franchises. When I mean parts, I mean like tones, laughter, jokes.
It is a good Housewives franchise to start out with. I waited, I think it was like the third or fourth one I watched, and I love it. It's up there with Potomac for me. I love, love, love those ladies.
All right, before we get to our sister question, though, we have to touch on what we've been watching this week. And next week, we're really going over Southern Charm with The Bachelor. But y'all, we've got to talk about this Jay Cutler. Yes, Kristen Cavallari from Laguna Beach and Madison from Southern Charm drama. It popped off this weekend. Jay and Kristen posted a picture together. Madison let in some receipts. This is what I have to say really fast, Sam.
Okay.
I think Kristen has been doing cover control with drama and being that bitch for so long. She's that good at it. And Madison's just being messy because she's that new at it. Okay, what do you think?
Well, I think Madison's just a really difficult human being to deal with. And I'm not sure that anyone who's trying to get out of a marriage should date somebody like that.
Okay.
You know, because she is very messy. And I also think that it's clear that Madison didn't watch Laguna Beach, because if she did, she'd know that she probably shouldn't be trying to go up against Kristen Cavallari, you know? Yeah, that bitch, for real. And we've seen a lot of different things. It seems to me that basically Kristen and Jay Cutler broke up because Jay Cutler was messing around with Kristen's friend from Very Cavallari.
No. Sam, I told you to not trust. On that note, this has got to be wrapped up. I told you not to trust that. That did not happen. I listened to, do not say that. That did not happen.
Well, why does she not like her?
Because it's just girl drama, but that's not why. She even confirmed that you've got to stop reading bad headlines under your Google search bar.
All right, fine. I apologize.
All right.
There is drama happening.
Yes, and we're gonna
Laguna Beach star Kristen Cavallari and Southern Charm stars Madison and Austin. And Madison was hanging out with Jay Cutler, so then Austin started hanging out with Kristen Cavallari. And all I have to say is it's all messy, because if Kristen has an issue with the mess, why was she sitting on Austin's shoulders dancing to T-Swift?
All right, we're going to get more into this next week, but I hear that you're very opinionated and just think it's a big mess. Touch in on Atlanta really fast.
Okay, so Atlanta season 11's stressful. All the ladies are starting to couple up. I don't know who Portia's like fiance supposedly is, but he seems like a fraud to me. He wears glasses, and do you know who I'm talking about?
Is his name Dennis?
Yes, his name is Dennis. Okay, so
the hot dog king.
The hot dog king. I don't think I trust him. Okay.
Do you trust his hot dogs? Bad joke.
I bet they're tasty. To be honest.
Ba-bing. Okay.
But all I gotta say is I'm sad because I found out that Greg has cancer. That's Nini's husband. And it's been very difficult to watch those episodes. And I don't want to get into it because I will start crying, but I just don't like it. So I'm just trying to move forward and really hoping that he pulls through.
Breathe. It's going to be okay.
And Eva is starting a bunch of shit with Cynthia. She's always putting Cynthia down for being a veteran model. But I still like Eva so far more than Kenya. I'm just happy not to see Kenya.
Dude, Eva, you won like cycle 1 of Top Model. You're a veteran model.
It wasn't cycle 1. She's 33. Enough.
Whatever. Anyway, how about we get to the sister question? Are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So this week's sister question, we are going to answer for one another. If we were on a dating show like The Bachelor, what is a date we would tell producers we have to go on? Like it's our dream date. It's going to be great filming, going to be great fucking TV. Do you want to go first? Go for it.
No, you can go first, honestly.
That's
I'm unprepared.
You're still thinking about it.
Yeah, I go first normally anyways, so you can go first this time.
Okay, so this is the date that I would say. I would say that you guys would start off with a little beach picnic, but not sitting in the sand because you don't want to get dirty. You would
Mm-mm.
have a table, and under the table, you would have like a wooden platform. That way, sand's not all over your feet. And then
Mhm.
after your sushi by the water with the wooden platform, no sand around, you would go have dessert and a little cappuccino, little nightcap at a kitty cat cafe. And you would just meet all the kitty cats and you would tell him right in advance how you're a crazy kitty cat lady. Take it from there.
All right, fine. Now that I know where we're at with this, I will say that mine would also involve sushi for you and a sushi dinner, right? Actually, what I was thinking is that you'd go to like a cooking class and cook sushi together.
You cook sushi?
Well, like put the sushi together, all right?
Okay.
And then you're going to go to Build-A-Bear, obviously, and build like pretty much any bear you want.
I better build the whole gosh darn shop, okay?
That'd be funny to see the guy like carry out all the stuffed animals. Maybe
Yeah.
not the whole shop, but like 15. Like you build like 15 Build-A-Bears.
No, my dream guy can carry out every Build-A-Bear in the Build-A-Bear.
Okay, that's a lot of Build-A-Bears. They're adding on that poo collection. You got to remember that. So
I know. I need to take my niece Vivi, my best friend Erica's daughter, for sure. Okay, so I think this was a good episode, and I really miss your face, so I'm glad I can see it.
yeah, it's really
sorry,
nice
I've
to
been
be able
looking
to
down.
record.
Yeah, I've been looking down and over because my cat's on the lookout for my toesies.
Oh, that's cute. So real quick, before plugs, I just want to do a small shout out to my friend Ed because us doing video was his idea because he said it would help
Yes.
with the flow, and it has helped with the flow. So shout out to Ed.
You rock,
And-
Ed, and we love you.
Yeah, we love you, Ed. And so now for plugs, you can find us on Twitter at Let's Pop This Tart and on Instagram at Let's Pop This Tart. And you can email us at Let's Pop This Tart at gmail.com.
Oh,
All right?
your excitement for plugs. I think it's because it reminds you of cheerleading. All right, let's go. Okay, thank you guys so much for listening. And we're going to get better about I'm going to get better about slowing down my crazy life. And we will see you guys next week. See you if you're on YouTube, but you'll hear us talk about Southern Charm and our hottie internet boyfriend, Matt James.
Yes, and we love you and we appreciate you. And everybody stay healthy out there.
Yeah, I love and appreciate you, Sam. And I have to say, they're going to tell you to stay healthy, fast food queen.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still doing my prenatal yoga and bar blend, so you can shove it.
All right. Well, on that note, I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.